Head stud repair on a 99 CRV. This head stud here is actually stripped. So we went ahead and got the Helicoil. It's the M11 by 1.5. And it actually tells you what drill bit you need. It's a 29/64. So we went ahead and got one off of Amazon. Pretty quick and simple. Big thing here is to measure the depth of the hole before even starting to drill. So I went ahead and just used a Phillips screwdriver here, stuck it in. I put the tape just a little bit lower than the actual depth of the hole, just to kind of make sure I'm not going to be cutting too deep into this hole, because the blocks here, you know, you don't want it to drill all the way through and get into like the coolant jacket or anything like that. So we'll get something set up here and drill it out. So what I can do then is transfer this tape over to the drill bit. So I'm gonna look here, the measurement right around there. I'll probably put it up just a little bit higher just to be safe. So we get it somewhere in there. Kind of see that the measurement's a little bit higher than it, so we'll check it after we're done just to kind of see what depth we're at, and that should fit in there. And we'll vacuum this out once we're all done. Now that's kind of drilled out, I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum some of this out with the shop vac. So we've gone ahead and cleaned out the hole with the kind of the air truck and the shop vac. Next part of the kit is the tap kit. So they do include a tap. Some people use like crescent wrenches or any ones. I got kind of this little tap tool here that's kind of like a little holder. Good little, plenty of clearance around anything. So really you'll just kind of stick it down and make sure you're going straight up and down, not off the side or anything like that, as it's tapping the new threads into the bottom end there. But a good thing is just to kind of lubricate it just as you would like a drill bit or anything like that. So just kind of giving a little bit of WD-40 there, just for when it's cutting the new threads in. And a big thing about this is you want to go a little bit and then actually turn back out. So it's kind of cutting some of those new threads in, and then you want to turn back out just to kind of work those new threads into this bottom end here. You see how easy that is there. You don't want anything to be super hard or super tight that it's kind of catching or it's going to go off center or anything like that. Then you know that there might be an issue and you got to kind of turn it back out. So to get the thread depth a little bit further, I actually used a 1/4 inch drive, just kind of a deep socket 9 mil. You could use like a short socket as well, but I just didn't. I needed some of the extra depth, so you can kind of see here where the tape line comes up to. You know, I wasn't able to quite get it all the way, but if the 9 mil fits on there pretty snug, so was able to drive it down a little further. Just for the helicoil, I just wanted to make sure it was all the way down, just for these head studs, so that they will have a little bit more securing power there and will actually work as expected. I think the big thing here, we'll go ahead and kind of gone ahead and got a helicoil actually started here. Cool thing about these is you can actually stack them. So in this case, we'll actually stack 2 of them. You take this plastic kind of holder for the helicoil and you start threading this like metal insert in just to kind of get it ready. This is really to help kind of center it where it goes into the hole there. We'll go ahead and just get it in, kind of get it started here. Might have to use a bigger tool on it once, just to kind of help work it down. And then once it kind of gets further down in there, I can take this plastic piece off. Kind of just work that helicoil all the way to the bottom. Once it gets down to the bottom, there's like a little tang is what they call it. I can show you on one here. There's this little tab here. And what you'll do is you'll actually just use like a flathead or like a punch or anything like that. And you just tap it and it'll actually just break off. So cool thing is we'll just go ahead and we'll thread 2 in there and one after another, and can break both tangs and we should be good to go. So go ahead and keep working this one down. We might have to use a socket on the end of this one too, just to get it to drive down a little bit further, so it's all the way at the bottom, just so kind of where we're expecting it to be kind of for these head studs. It's kind of a common problem they have on these Hondas, it's the head stud stripped out. So I think it's getting pretty close. Go ahead and back it out and just see where it's at with a flashlight. Let's see here. Yep, that's perfect there. So we got one all the way down. We'll go ahead and use like a flathead here. Let's see. Now it's out of there. I'm gonna try and vacuum it up here quick. Looks like it's gonna need a little different persuasion here. We'll go ahead and shoot it up with some air. So getting ready to do the second helicoil, kind of like I was saying, there's this little tang here once it zooms in. So this is the bottom side. You can see it's already got this little notch there. So when you hit this bar that's in the center there, it's gonna bust away and then just leave your threads there that it'll thread into. So you can just double stack this and then hit it out with like a flat screwdriver or anything like that, and then just suck it out or use air to blow it out. So like before, kind of go ahead and just get this started here. You can see it just kind of gets started on there, and we'll just thread it in on top. And then once we have that like resistance, we know it's kind of reached the top of the other one, we'll go ahead and break that tang off. Let's see here. This is tool. Once it bottoms out, then we should be good to go, and we'll break that tang off. Okay, right there. Go ahead and back this out. And that second one, maybe I can grab the camera and show you here quick. Get the light down on there. You kind of see the tang right there. Zoom in on it there. So we'll just use a flat screwdriver, like I said before, and be able to just take that tang right out, and we should be good to go. Perfect. So go ahead and just hit off that second tang here. It should be. So one of the last things you want to do is be sure to check it with a head stud. Obviously, we've threaded it in. We think everything went as smoothly as possible. Be sure to check it with a head stud. I've already opened up, or if you kind of seen during the video, I opened up a second head stud bolt area just to kind of make sure when I thread this all the way down, it's going to meet the same depth as when one is threaded in there. So I've already gone ahead and validated, but you can see it's threading in just fine. It's holding in its shape there. So now we should be good to then go ahead and actually install the head gasket and the head here, which we'll actually be doing here shortly. But the whole process of this video was just to kind of show us, this is just a head stud repair on this B20 block for this 97 CRV. We had installed a head gasket and a head, and we went to go torque this one down, but the previous owner must have stripped out the head stud bolt area because it had a blown head gasket when we got it, and pretty much all the bolts or the head studs were actually they were actually finger tight. So it was kind of a no wonder why the head gasket had blown, but come to find out that this one actually was stripped. It seemed like all the others were working just fine when we went ahead and checked it. So we should be good to go. Stay tuned for more videos.